After 3.5 years, Apple CEO Cook visited China again, not only attended a large number of business activities, but also appeared in the Apple retail store in Sanlitun, took photos with many fans at the scene, and said that Apple and Chinese manufacturing already exist, symbiotic relationship, irreplaceable for each other. It is worth noting that Cook did not come empty-handed this time. He also brought an additional $50 million donation to the China Development Research Foundation, which will provide teachers and students across China with better learning and development opportunities. However, this news is very confusing. After all, not long ago, Apple just took Foxconn's industrial line to India to build a factory, accelerating the withdrawal of Apple's industrial chain from China. It is reported that the main purpose of Cook's trip to China is to sell mobile phones. Financial report data show that when Cook took office in 2011, the Chinese market accounted for only 2% of Apple's total revenue. After 12 years of development, China now accounts for more than 20% of Apple's total revenue. Affected by international competition and the economic situation in recent years, the global mobile phone market has continued to shrink, with a decline of 12% in 2022. However, China is the world's largest mobile phone consumer market. Apple's mobile phone revenue in China has continued to rise in the past 3 years. Apple can earn about 400 billion yuan a year from China. In 2021, sales will soar 47% year-on-year, far exceeding the global average growth rate. So the large-scale key market cannot be ignored by Cook and Apple. However, no matter how much Cook tried to express that he valued and loved Chinese consumers, he did not mention the relocation of Apple's industrial chain, which the Chinese people are most concerned about. You must know that in China, Apple's industrial chain involves more than 7,000 upstream and downstream suppliers and nearly 5 million jobs. Once Apple decides to withdraw, it will inevitably trigger a new round of unemployment wave. If Apple withdraws, Foxconn will naturally also leave. In addition to Samsung, Toshiba, etc., regardless of the competition in overseas markets, it is an indisputable fact that a large number of foreign trade orders have left China. As we all know, Southeast Asian labor has more cost advantages. These small countries cannot replace China's world factory status, but they can restrict China's development to a certain extent. Because of this, Cook frequently appeared in various Apple stores during his short 7-day trip to China. With such a warm attitude, try to get closer to the Chinese people as much as possible. But at the same time, it took away the entire Apple industry chain. Although Apple's factory relocation is a foregone conclusion, it will take at least 7 or 8 years to complete the relocation of its entire industrial chain. During this period, China needs to accelerate the pace of its own scientific research, innovation, and industrial upgrading. Apple's choice is not for China to decide. After all, China's relatively complete industrial chain and vast market are options that need to be seriously considered by Apple. This is just as Cook said before, Apple and China's manufacturing industry already have a symbiotic relationship and are irreplaceable for each other.